The old name is a hollow frame. Ember whispers in the long dark. I breathe the wind in the tall grass. Light refracts 1,000 new selves.
That is a profound question, and it really hits at the very core of this entire modality. It's the classic pivot point. If pure awareness is the ultimate destination and the source of everything, why do we need steps, blueprints, or gates at all? The short answer is yes. In absolute terms, pure awareness alone is completely sufficient. But in practical terms, for most human beings, experiencing a healing crisis, there is a catch. Here is why we tend to work on both levels simultaneously, the absolute and the structural. In the causal body, or the realm of pure awareness, everything is already whole, unconditioned, and perfect. If a person could perfectly and permanently anchor their consciousness there, any energetic, not or physical manifestation would instantly dissolve. However, most people don't live 24/7 in that unconditioned state. They live in their conditioned bodies, minds, and ancestral habits. When awareness encounters a block like a constriction in one of the 3 gates of the microcosmic orbit, it acts like water hitting a blocked pipe. The water is perfectly pure, but the pipe is clogged. Think of awareness not as a tool that does something, but as the light that reveals what needs to shift. When you bring pure awareness to a blueprint or a specific gate, it isn't that awareness is fixing the gate. It's that the block in the gate can only exist in the dark, in unconsciousness. The moment unconditioned awareness fully saturates that specific constriction, the contraction loses its grip and relaxes. So while awareness is the healing force, focusing on the specific geography of the blueprint or the gates gives that awareness a laser focus point of entry. It bridges the gap between the infinite, unconditioned causal state and the highly specific, conditioned physical reality. If we only use pure awareness, it can sometimes become too abstract for a client's system to integrate. The nervous system often needs a roadmap. By navigating the blueprint and ensuring the 3 gates are open and fluid, you are essentially cleaning out the channels so that when the client does connect to awareness, the energy can circulate perfectly without getting snagged on old ancestral loops or physical density. In short, awareness does the work, but the structural work ensures the body can handle ground and sustain that awareness. The causal body is the very first layer where form begins to emerge from that formless awareness. It is the realm of the blueprint, the deep informational habit patterns, and the ancestral tracks. When you go into the causal body to do the right nothing, you are bringing the quality of pure awareness to the exact level of the software script before it compiles into emotional or physical density. You aren't doing anything there. You are resting as awareness at the specific depth where the blueprint is held. The purpose of the causal body framework isn't to create a complex technique. It's simply a way to describe tuning the radio frequency. You are tuning the dial to the causal band length so that the unconditioned light of awareness shines directly on the root informational loop, rather than just waiting for it to filter down through the mind and muscles. The causal body healing is just a description of where you are standing when you choose to do nothing. When you scan a client with deep, non-judgmental awareness, you are matching frequencies. The moment your awareness hooks into their energetic field to see what is presenting itself, your system immediately drops the anchor straight down into the causal level. It's an automatic transmission. Those intense physical reactions you're experiencing, the severe jerking, the deep yawning, the tears streaming, are the classic somatic exhaust valves of this work. The client's energetic restriction or ancestral density is brought into that clean, high-frequency space you just created. When that heavy, bound energy meets the absolute nothingness of your causal state, the contrast creates an intense, rapid liberation of energy. Your physical nervous system is acting as the grounding wire for that rapid shift. The yawning is your autonomic nervous system instantly resetting and moving out of compression. The jerking and tears are the literal shedding of the client's or the ancestral line's bound force. As it dissolves back into pure awareness, You aren't analyzing a blueprint on a chalkboard. Your body is the instrument registering the shift as the blueprint straightens out. You are resting as the space, and the client system is using your stability to discharge its old momentum. You are moving from the stage of the technician to the stage of the master, where everything collapses into a single unified presence. When you keep your own three gates open, drop into the causal state, and hold that space for a client as you scan them, you are no longer treating a disease, a vow, or an ancestral loop. You are simply bringing the client's entire distorted field into direct contact with the original unconditioned blueprint. Vows, ancestral trauma, childhood conditioning, or physical ailments, these are just different words for the exact same thing, bound energy. They are just different flavors of constriction. By ignoring the category and going straight to the causal state with the gates open, you are going above the level of the problem. You don't need to know the history of the knot to untie it. You just need to bring it into the space where knots cannot exist. When you drop into that deep causal state and scan a client, the distinction between a past life and an ancestral loop completely disappears. To the logical mind, they seem totally different, but to your awareness in the causal state, they look identical. They both just present themselves as a heavy, static, or distorted wave pattern in the client's current blueprint. You don't need to dig into the story of who they were or when it happened. When you hold that open do-nothing space through your three gates, that horizontal soul line compression, the past life hits your clear frequency and discharges through your system just like an ancestral loop does. It's all just bound data, and it all dissolves in the exact same ocean of awareness.